thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you enjoy. And if you do, then don't forget to like and subscribe. Ring that notification bell so you stay up to date on further content. Welcome to Shatterstar. Welcome aboard the Shatterstar RE. This yacht will be taking us off to space, to a space dock above the solar system planet of Earth, where we will take a look at a wonderful starship. Now, I do hope you all have gotten aboard the correct yacht. You see, if you did get aboard the yacht to see the visual and schematical breakdown, well, I'm afraid, we're entering the atmosphere. I'm afraid you are on the wrong one. You see, this one, we will be taking a look at the ship's engineering side of things, its structural platform and capabilities. This is the Starship Review. For visual reviews, you want the link that's below. Don't worry, it will transport you to the right yacht. Take the link, head on over. Or check it out later if you want to check out the visual breakdown. But for this one, we'll be taking a look at the ship in two primary stages, where we will look at the ship's stats and specific traits and abilities, as well as its console, as well as its standard loadout. We will then take the ship into action. You will see one version of the ship function where she will show off her potential. And then, well, I'll show you my one. Bear in mind that as a captain, I am a support DPS type player, so I am not the endgame destroyer of worlds, but I am somewhat okay, I like to think. Enough of the chit chat though, it's time we began, and we are approaching the docks now, so please allow me to introduce to you the magnificent, the BURAN Command Battlecruiser, in Hall of Earth, absolutely amazing glory. This starship was developed in a lineage line to honor those that fell during a Klingon war of the past. One of the magnificent ships that took part in this, well, let's just say, they didn't all survive. Now, there is two variants of this ship available to you. You could have the BURAN class as you see it, or you can take the CARDENAS. I hope that's not supposed to be saying Kansas, because I have no idea. But the CARDENAS class, which is her antique counterpart. Though don't worry guys, those of you who wish to command this ship can have the antique counterpart if that is your taste, with no loss of capability. We have refitted the old structure with modern tech so that you can use her with a fine, powerful potential that she has in this modern era. The one you see before you is a prototype variant, hence her NX rather than USS. But the USS BURAN NX 1422E is a absolute marvel of new, powerful tech, giving her great defensive capabilities, extensive tactical capabilities, and more than capable of taking on an exploration and research role when the requirement is needed. Similar to a certain other foreigner-sailed class of ship, though this one was less commanded by admirals and more by highly specialized and competent captains. Some of the greatest captains, including one fine captain by the name of Captain Lorca. I don't know why I just tried to say USS. Now, I think I should first of all state that despite this ship being a top of the lineage tier 6 type ship, she is a leveling ship. So, for those of you captains new to the field and still learning your wits, you can take command of one of these ships, but I'm afraid the Admiralty has requested that you have some minor restrictions put on the ship until they feel that you are a competent enough level to see this ship at her true power. Today you see her at her true power, but don't worry, it won't take you long to get to this true potential. I hear the admirals have been quite friendly on this. Now, having said that, and the fact you can have her from your first command, so be it. At level 50, her hull strength is a incredible 48,300, making her not only among the average, but actually slightly above average for her battlecruiser type. And as a command ship, pretty good. Dreadnoughts, maybe a little bit lesser, but hey. Hands up, I'm not worrying too much. She also, once she reaches level 65, reaches her peak affinity of 63,000. A very good score for hull type and great potential in her as a tank as a result. Her hull modifier is 1.4. This gives you a great showing of what her hull potential is. At 1.4, that means she is one of the toughest ships you can possibly command. For those of you who find it a little bit harder keeping your ship alive, that makes her quite a good choice for you. And for you tanks, oh hell yes. She's one of those ships that ain't going to be hit and running. She's going to be sitting there and dealing the damage. Now, as a battlecruiser, she has a bit of a secondary boost. You see, her shield modifier is 1.2. Pretty damn good for a cruiser variant of ship. Considering she falls more into the engineering role, it's unusual to see these ships, excuse me, with this shield potential that she has, meaning this ship can also shield tank with the best of them. Sure, she ain't gonna hold up compared to masterful science class ships, but as you will see soon, she has got more than enough potential to be a great support vessel. Her turn rate is a measly 6, but among dreadnoughts, this is not a bad thing. I just realised I've been calling her a battlecruiser. She's a dreadnought cruiser. I apologise, people. Shoot me now. Get the phasers, set the kill. So she's actually a dreadnought. I can't believe I combined her with dreadnought and battlecruiser. The unusual thing though is she does have a sort of flux between the two, which is why I've been making the mistake. I haven't really looked at her stats yet. I've just flown her as she is. And she has a severe battlecruiser feel. This is unusual with her. Having said that, her impulse modifier is 0.15. Pretty good for a cruiser. And with an inertia rating of 25, though you won't be drifting your way around the enemies, I would say with the weapon loadout, that's not necessarily going to be your aim anyway. Bonus powers are very good here, and actually somewhat contradictory to what she is. She's quite defensively minded, with a +5 to weapon power, +10 to shield power, and +5 to auxiliary power. Okay. You can see her defensive mindset is quite strong here. And with that auxiliary boost, it is again supporting her support parameters. She is definitely got potential to really show some, wow, kicks. Down to a bridge officer loadout, and this is one that does interest me quite well. You see, she has two tactical positions, one being a lieutenant tactical, and the second being a lieutenant tactical command. This does not mean she has great tactical potential right there and there. However, guys, this can be counteracted. For support DPS players like myself, extremely easily counteracted, and her bridge officer positions are perfect for me, let alone you guys. Onto her science position, and she has a lieutenant commander science. Not bad, guys. That gives you a great choice of abilities right there. She also has a commander engineering command position, giving you plenty of command ability uses for you DPSers and tanks. This is going to be extremely helpful for you guys, and I know command does help support as well, so hey, again, hitting the roll. But then she's got her brilliant position, a Lieutenant Universal. You see, for me, 3 Lieutenant tactical positions would be amazing, especially with what you already have for Lieutenant Commander and Commander Engineering and Science, making you extremely strong defensively where you need to be as a support role type that I am. So as you can see, this is a support DPS ship through and through, but she's also a powerful tank, great support / drain ship, and absolutely brilliant broadside type DPSer. Why do I say broadside? Her weapon armaments are 4 forward, 4 aft. This roundabout attack style is not bad. She's actually really helpful here. I will be using her in a forward attacking arc to show you what her forward attacking arc potential is. But as a lot of you will know, you can make pretty powerful forward attack arcs anyway. 2 to 3 omnidirectional beam arrays, or 2 omnidirectionals and 2 turrets. 4 turrets, 4 cannons. Yeah, cannon build, this ship does well, and maybe too well. She's extremely dangerous as a cannon ship, though I admit difficult to get the true full power potential out of because of a slow turn rate. Of course, these can be countered. I will explain how shortly. Broadside ways though, DPS, she's going to be obliterating people with her beams, and scientifically she's got enough for great drainage. Overall, this ship's going to be dealing some damage out. 4 device slots as per usual on a cruiser. She has the console positions beautifully, TAC Engineering Science of 3, 4, 3. 3 TAC, 4 Engineering, 3 Science. Okay. That's not bad. That really ain't bad. 3 Tactical gives you a good average on DPS capability. 4 Engineering makes you powerful in tank and great in engineering based support. 3 Science there gives you great cannon potential, part gen, drain builds. Shield tanking can be supported here as well. You could go for heavy hull and shield tanking if you wanted to, based on the idea that you have threat generation via other sources. You will find that by going shield and hull tank hybrid, this ship will be nigh on unkillable. I will definitely say we're looking at a tank titan here, with very few other ships that can actually come close. Albeit there are some out there. This ship has a huge amount of potential in the tank role. Support role, again, thanks to her position, she is really damn good. Making her a great heal boat / drain boat, depending on which one you want to go with. Control expertise, she'll do quite well. Going on the basis of a control DPS build, you will find that this hybrid works extremely well as well. She has a great deal of potential in her. Saying that she's a 3000 Zen ship and you can get her as part of a special bundle for 5000 Zen, I would well and truly say the bundle is worth it, seeing as at the moment it's also giving you a fleet module and is also giving you lockbox keys. I know, guys, a lot of you don't like the gacha gambling system. Even I are falling out with this gacha lockbox system. It's insulting how rarely it pays out to you, but don't worry. At 5000 Zen you can take advantage of those keys, sell them if you want to get some extra EC, or you can open a couple of lockboxes that you picked around the way. Overall though, for 3000 Zen, I would definitely say this ship is worth it, but that more also comes down to her further abilities. You see, this ship has 1 hangar position, comes naturally equipped with a Class C shuttlecraft. I will go into that shortly. She also has the carrier command frequencies and some very interesting abilities, including the attract fire and weapon system efficiency. She also has the command inspiration abilities. She has the admiralty stats for those admirals among you guys of 50 engineering, 29 tac and 29 Science. Honestly, I would have put the science up a little bit, but hey, neither here nor there. She does her job well. She's a pretty good Admiralty ship. One maybe to add to the list if you fancy it. And overall, this ship has some great console and trait abilities too. We'll take a look at that right now. So, moving on to this wonderful aspect of the ship. We have... Oh, not what I meant to bring up. Go away. So, we have a standard build. Now, as you can see, this ship has your atypical Discovery classic phasers. These are a pulsing type beam array, finding it quite the effective solution. She also comes with standardly equipped photon launchers of a moderate caliber. I wouldn't say you're going to keep any of these, quickly refit them with some of your own, but hey, these standards aren't too bad. Standard configurations of deflector, impulse, walkout and shields, and her shuttlecraft, naturally equipped, is pretty interesting. She has the phaser beam array, an omnidirectional phaser beam array, and beam overload, giving this ship quite the classy amount of power output. Thanks to these being shuttlecrafts, your ship will be carrying a steady supply of them and able to launch 6 at one time. Well, 3 then and a further 3. Commanding 6 at one time, I should say. Pretty effective, if I do just say so myself. However, if you guys wish, there are available for 32,500 dilithium. You can have some upgrade advanced classes delivered for your ship. These will give you their phaser beam array, omnidirectional array, beam overload type 2 and aceton beam 1. For those that don't know, aceton beam deals radiation damage, so for you who like to hit with a bit of exotic damage and further essentials such as radiations, well, these may be helpful to you. Personally, I'm not a shuttlecraft user myself. You'll find that I am one of the fans of runabouts and frigates. Personal favourite one being the runabout or the Castillo Escort. That being said, I will give this shuttlecraft its due. It's pretty damn good. Does not match reputation shuttles in the slightest and doesn't come close. And the Peregrine fighter is definitely more powerful in my personal opinion if you're going for DPS damage from your carrier shuttlecraft. But it's good enough for me. Now we'll talk about her trait next. Guys, this is one of, if not the best engineering traits I've seen. Well, engineers out there, get ready to get some excitement. So, auxiliary to structural or command abilities will buff your team. So not only you, but all ships you are working with. When activating structural integrity or the command abilities, you get for 15 seconds plus 10% hold capacity, plus 10% recharge to bridge officer abilities. That doesn't state science, tech, or engineering, by the way. Bridge officer abilities. That is a little bit OP. Even if it's only 10%. Flight turn rate increased by 10%, flight speed by 10%, and hull regeneration by a extreme 50%. Guys, I know I say this a lot, but this is the one time I'm going to say the score for the trait right away. This is getting a 10 out of 10 as an engineering, DPS, and science trait. This is probably one of my favorite traits. Any captain can use this. I know not everyone needs to use structural integrity, But every class of player, no matter what field you roll in, captains, you're all going to be able to use command abilities to some effect. Maybe it's not your favourite to use, but it might be worth having that ability. Or having structural integrity added on. That's going to give you a lifesaver in the pinch, so it might be worth it. And flying alongside others, if you are the leader of the fleet, this is a powerful way to say, alright team, I'm your commander, I'm not letting a single one of you down. None of you fall today. This is a great sort of leader's ability. I absolutely love this kind of trait. Great to see it in the game. The console. Okay guys, this is... It's not one of the best passively speaking, but actively speaking. Guys, I know I say this a lot. They've not changed the effects really on electrical damage, so this is great. It's easy to augment and boost electrical damage, and all I'm going to say is, oh glory! I'm so glad to see electrical damage is still getting its fine up and still it needs. So, with a passive plus 5% to hull capacity, below average. About average for these consoles though. For consoles you get with ships, I mean. Plus 15% to shield hit points. Oh, shield tanks? Hello? Shield tanks? Yeah. This deals quite the good little addition to survivability, even if minor. Can be equipped to any of your ships, so don't worry guys, you don't have to command this ship. If you prefer to be running a Sutherland class, Walker class, Jupiter class, Endeavour class, don't worry, this console will be universally equipable to any of those ships, so have some fun with that. And, here we go. Ion Storm Generator, the AoE cone for electrical damage, and a DOT with a 360 degree targeting arc, meaning there is no way you can get yourself out of this, or your enemy can get yourself out of this without really fucking running quick. Excuse my French. Well, to 3 random targets per second for 15 seconds, you're dealing an incredible 780 electrical damage. I don't know my multiplication, so you're probably dead on me. Yep, you are. I'm going to do the maths for you guys because it's only fair. Right, so looking at this, we have 780 times 15, dealing 11,700 damage overall. In electrical damage, that is extensively strong, and bear in mind that this can only get stronger. From a feedback I've had so far, I can safely say, and I do say this quite happily, a friend of mine has managed to up it so it deals 1,200 electrical damage. You don't want to know what that is over 15 seconds, I'm sure you've already done the maths. Pretty extensive. That will almost wipe out some escorts. PvE, probably wipe out the escorts. It also deals 86 electrical damage per second for 10 seconds. Does not stack. Hang on a second. I'm hoping that's not to yourself. That does not stack, huh? Interesting. Now, this also gives, when threatening stance is enabled, you'll also gain plus 500 threat generation. So like I said, this ship is definitely rolling into the tank supreme, making itself one of the best tanks out there. With 500% increase to your threat generation, threatening stance is not a hard ability to have ready. It's safe to say that's going to do some... Oh, sorry. excuse me one moment, sorry guys. Didn't mean to do that. It's safe to say that, well, you are going to be taking the attention. Now, thanks to its shield and hull potential, that means this ship also has the chance to survive. Maybe you're using traits like the Honored Dead or Invincible. It's gonna be really difficult to take you out. And hell, I'm definitely supporting of this. Overall, I can say right now, this ship has huge support and tank potentials. And a very damn above average DPS potential. Now then. By the by, pretty good. But I'm sure you guys aren't here just to hear what the ship can do. Now, knowing all this potential she has, and for those that don't know, this includes the turnabout, which is the plus 100 to all damage resistance, plus 300% to hull regeneration. Then you've got your against the odds, which is a plus 33% to all damage, 15 seconds, and minus 100% weapon cost. Great. And also that you then finally have the battle preparations, which will give you the inspiration generation lockout. Ooh, for 15 seconds, sorry. But cannot be affected. Oh, it massively reduces recharge time and bridge officer abilities. Basically giving you the chance to proc all your bridge officer abilities and then proc them all again pretty damn quickly, making 2 extremely powerful wave assaults. I just noticed that one swaps around the way it says all its things there. I do apologise about that. Now, like I said, I'm sure you guys want to see what this ship can do. Hell, I know I certainly do. So, it's time that I shut up and let's take her out, shall we? First of all, we shall be taking out this prototype BURAN. Then we shall fly my ship. Differences may be noticeable, but, well, I hope you enjoy. Launching at once. Oh, and I should probably note that this ship has had a great rework on its drives, giving it the most gorgeous impulse array and warp coils. Hey, new advancements are allowed. Can't see any warp coils on this. That's pretty damn defended. Helm, I'm sure our guests would like to see this in action. Take us out. Okay, here we go. Thank you, number 1. Right. We have a few things to worry about in front. We will try to take down most of them. But I think... well, now is a good opportunity to launch the C-class shuttles. We will maneuver in slowly. We have them locked onto. Oh, they've engaged. Let's see how well they do. I don't imagine they're going to do overly well. They are. Get some more support out to them. Already lost one. No, they don't do well, do they? Well, guests, allow me to demonstrate the true power of the BURAN. Well, like this at least. Now engaging properly. There we go. Come on, fighters, do your job. See how you do. Take them on. Okay, we have one weakening over there. Oh, they got it! That's good. Your shields are weakened. You took a lot more damage. That's a little bit worrying. Right. We have a Jem'Hadar heavy escort ahead. Fighters, prepare to assault. Actually, I'm gonna one-up this. Goodbye. Allow them to refit. While they get refitted in place, we'll assault this guy ourselves. Let's go. Time for a bit of fun. We'll see how this works. Bring ourselves in tight. Come on, power supplies. Oi, I do not think so somehow. So your sensors. Effective hits. Let's see how it deals. Militia creates a full ion storm around us. Not bad. Nice visual as well. Here we go. As you can see, though standardly equipped, our standard equipment these days isn't up to scratch. It's always worth working and developing your own prototype gear. Improvements, basic increases. The works. Come on, Type C's. I'm gonna send you out and get you involved too. She took quite a bit of punishment there. Structural integrity, hey? What was I saying there? I always have it on my commanders. Commander engineerings at least. Right, one battlecruiser to fight. We'll continue the engagement, people. Just for now, we'll see what the fighters do in a combat situation. Or at least see what the display of full fighter support can do. Shuttle support. Let's go, people! Engage! They're doing moderate damage now. These superior ones should have more effect. There we go. The aceton beams are in use. She's taking the pounding! Look at the sheer change in that. The only difference here is they are the advanced ones. Where 6 struggled against the fighters just now, the escort Jem'Hadars, they're actually taking on the Battlecruiser on their own and doing supremely well. One of them down 3. Oh, they haven't quite made it through, but they are fighting a Battlecruiser. Let's be fair here, that's a Battlecruiser. And, well, we're not really done wiping it out yet, are we? I mean, I've been holding back this whole blasted time, so that's not really fair on me. Further power, goodbye Battlecruiser. Well, I ask that you remain safe aboard this vessel for now. I will transport to my ship and we'll bring her into combat, shall we? See you in... Well, I'll see you in just a second. Transport them! Transport me over to the USS Lorca. So, here's my ship, the USS Lorca. This is where her potential can go. This ship has a lot more potential than she shows off out the guns. Let's show this proper. First of all, you notice I'm not using her fighters. I've got her equipped so that she can support allies in that. Which is going to be great because I have powerful allies to keep alive all times thanks to my frigates. Let's show what she can do. She's equipped with agony phasers, wide arc quantum launcher from a Sovereign class, powerful omnidirectional beam arrays, the turrets at the rear, quad cannons on the front from the Defiant class. And the frigates are a beautiful friend that we get from the Cardassian ships. Speaking of Cardassian, let's send my crew in and we're going to do this even more lethally now. So, let's do my own weapon power. Where do you think you're going, huh? We're gonna keep you in the field using tractor beams. Getting a bit of adverse effects on you. This is going to be terrible for him now. I'm not even using weapons now. I'm just relying on my support role abilities. So like I've said before, this ship wouldn't need to be overly well armed. You can see the damage that did. And I bet I didn't fire a weapon. I just did basic support stuff there. Highly effective. Let's go after the Jemadar battleship. Come here, boy. One pass. We're going to make a quick turn. Sorry, buddy. You were nothing compared to this ship. More incoming. Let's eliminate. As it should be blindingly obvious, this ship has huge potential. I'm not even built for defense, and I am barely, well, I'm not even worrying about my defensive role at the moment. That shows her tank potential. My build is not defensive. The only way I keep myself alive is by rapid repairs. I'm a regenerator more than anything. I'm not really trying to endure the damage. I'm just going to regenerate from the damage. Because I'm too busy. Well, I have to be a regenerator because I also have to be able to heal my allies. As I'm that type of supporter slash minor buff. I'll either make it so the enemy can't target my allies, or I'll try and keep them constrained and restricted. As I tend to target the flagships, hence my powerful forward arc style of attack. Mind you, going at fire, will and spread was not really the best solution here, but then again, actually came in handy with the fighters. Having said that, if I went for my standard overload, high yield, or chemosite on the beam, those battlecruisers, the powerful flagship types, they would have been one-shotted by this ship. So PvE wise, this ship is dangerously strong. As you can see, the difference between my build and this ship as standard is vast. I am using a fairly high-end build, but it's not really end game. I'm a bit way off that yet. For one, I'm not using Mark 15 weapons. But strong enough, guys. We've seen what she can do. Now, USS BURAN, follow USS Lorca. We have one last thing to do, and to do this, we must return to Earth space dock. We're going to take a look at the customization before we, well, finalize our say on this ship. Engage. Oh, I'm glad you could join me over here. Let's take a look. So, customization wise, this ship has a lot going for it. So like I said, there are two variants of the ship you can own. The CARDENAS and the BURAN. Now, first of all, I will say that these are very nice ships and 4-point interchangeable. They've got a beautiful look. As you can see, the BURAN itself has the skin that you see of, is it in Battle of the Binary Stars by standard? Or at least that's her Lara paint job, however you say that. Walker class bridge, but of course has every Federation bridge available to it, so that's interesting. Hello there, Eves and Zimmerman. A beautiful aesthetic build, really highly detailed, but that's for other reviews for me to do. BURAN herself is obviously quite a nice ship, quite a nice paint job on her. You get the standard 6 Discovery era hull types, the 2 NX hull types, the follow-up 10 traditional types, and then the upgrade and veteran hulls. Just realised that's 20 types of hull you can have for this ship. not including shield visual aesthetics that you can have. So plenty of options there. Your great color palette. The parts are interchangeable, so you can have an interesting look to the ship if you wanted to. Go for something really balmy and different. I don't know, it's up to you what you do, really, isn't it? I will say that the BURAN is obviously a torpedo boat with that many launchers. Damn it! I thought the Sharan had lots of launchers. Whoa! God, they like their torpedo launchers, don't they? It's quite interesting what you can do with this ship. I do like the fact you have top and bottom nacelle interchange. So I know it's not something I would do interchangeably, but you're probably gonna have someone that finds it quite fun to do that. The pylons myself, I'm a little bit disappointed on. I would have kind of liked them to be up and top and bottom, so you could have made a variance of that. Say higher, make the high. Ugh. If you use the BURAN's pylons on the lower section, you could bring those lower nacelles up and keep the other ones extruded high, and it looks like this ship's doing a little "Raka!" expression coming at you. I don't have a clue what that sound I just made was. It's good. You got a good bit of options with the customization front, so I'm not going to complain there, really. Yoink. Overall, she's quite a nice ship. As a final score, well, for final breakdowns, I'll play nice, I guess. Of course I'm going to play nice. This is a blastedly good ship. There's no two ways around that, really. It's safe to say that I wasn't when this ship was shown in Discovery, I was never really that interested in it. It's not one of the ships I've been fond of. I know some of you guys are going to absolutely kill me for that, because a lot of people are massive fans of this ship. But I wasn't. I haven't been overly excited to get this into the game. However, now that we have it, I can honestly say I do love STO's idea and modernization of the class, which looks absolutely brilliant. On the visual front and scoring, well, CARDENAS, I'm not going to talk visually in depth right now, but I will now say I score her visually as a 10 out of 10 for rebuild. Absolutely amazing job they've done bringing it into the game. The BURAN class, I'm going to have to again, because of how damn gorgeous she is now, how beautiful she looks, and the fact that she takes cues from this original concept. Again, I'm going to give her 10 out of 10 visually. She's not exactly my idea of great look. You guys know mine, the Shepherd. Oh yes, the Gargarin. That's my kind of ship. But hey, she's a beautiful, nice ship. Very, very nice in design. So yeah, 10 out of 10 for both variants. For the ship's potential DPS, I'm going to score her, considering she's a Dreadnought, so I'll put DPS a little bit higher than it is. I'm going to score her 7 out of 10. Support rolling, she's blindingly good. Not absolutely amazing, but she's blindingly good, so I'll give her 8 out of 10 there. Tank rolling, however, I'm going to have to give her 10 out of 10. She's stunningly good in that environment, making an amazing shield and hull tank, and she can take those potentials and make her pretty good in support roles as well, so her ability as a tank does blend out really well. She somewhat does regen tank, I guess. She should be a pretty good regen tank, but I'm not entirely sure why you'd do that unless you were a DPS hybrid regen tank. I know that kind of part and parcel together there as a tank, but yeah, I'll definitely have to give a 10 out of 10 on the tank front of things. She's a powerful, tough ship. I almost want to say she is a titan among tanks, but because of my lack of knowledge in the tank field, I won't go 100% there. I know more about the support and the DPS builds when it comes to ships than I do the tanks, unfortunately. She is a very worthwhile ship getting though. I definitely say she's worth the 3,000 Zen. You can get the boast pack and get the Klingon variant as well. It's worthwhile if you do play Klingons. If you don't play Klingons, then it's definitely 3,000 Zen for this ship. It's a great game. The trait and console are amazing. As I've always said, I score them very highly. I would almost say for them alone, she's worth the Zen. But just what you get from this ship as well. As a commander, if you're a leader of a fleet, this is an absolutely stunning ship for you. If you're the type who likes team play, again, this is a great ship for you. It's an absolutely beautiful ship, and it's just a tank's masterpiece. Yes, I recommend her to almost everyone. DPS players are the only one I'm not recommending this ship to. I know there's a lot of you DPSs out there. She's good. She's not great. Unfortunately, her lack of maneuverability weakens her in the DPS one. She's a great broadsider. But she does weaken there. Damn, I'm so happy to see her. With that being said, guys, I'm going to have to call it here. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have found it helpful and wish to support this channel on a personal level, then please check out the description. There are two formats there that you can support the channel via donation methods with its own personal gains that you get from it, be it a shout out or actually become part of the crew on one of the ships. Or you can go out and check the social medias, and that will help you stay up to date on everything I'm doing, things I'm planning and things coming out in the future. I'll also say that a massive thank you to you for watching to the end of this video. That support has been greatly appreciated. And I look forward to seeing the comment section. What do you guys think of these ships? What's your feedback on the ships? I wonder. Until next time, guys, though. Ciao for now. Remember, live long and prosper. Now I need to go to a certain system so I can visual review. Later, guys. Helm! Punch it!